The preseason AP poll is here, and it is absolutely terrible. I'm just kidding. This poll isn't that bad. I'm just warming up for the regular season, where this poll will no doubt get worse and worse as the season goes, contradict itself, rank teams out of order, and all that terrible stuff we know and love from the AP poll. But they did have to just go ahead and ruin it. Number 1 versus number 2 to open the season for the first time in college football history, according to only the coaches poll, because the AP put Ohio State at 3. I don't necessarily disagree with this, but just aesthetically, it would have been cool to have it be 1v2, but now it's going to be 1v2 with an asterisk next to it because it's actually not that. But we still did maintain the top 10 matchups: LSU, Clemson, Miami, Notre Dame, and Texas, Ohio State. That's going to be pretty dope. Some subtle differences here, but you do see sort of the consensus is that Georgia and Oregon may be lagging a little bit behind where they were last year. Still a lot of love being shown to LSU because of the promising offense, because of the promising defense in year 2 under Blake Baker. Obviously, Clemson, an offseason darling. I am surprised to see Notre Dame slipping down to 6 here. I thought there would be a little bit more respect, but the unknown or perceived unknown is at quarterback for them. It's around 11 through 15 where you start to get the shots at some of the offseason darlings. Arizona State, and a little bit more than that. They did win the Big 12 this year, but Illinois, South Carolina, Michigan, Florida, all teams you felt the hype sort of build during the offseason. Some respect to the Big 10 and toward the top of this poll. You've got several of these Big 10 teams going toe-to-toe with the SEC in terms of how many teams there are in the top 14. The SEC, of course, just stacks more toward the bottom. There's actually 10 SEC teams in here, which is more of an indicator of the super conference era that we are in, because I think it's safe to say we are in that era. But we do get the ACC and Big 12 representation toward the bottom here. SMU getting a ton of respect after that big year. I personally think they lost a ton on defense, and I need to see a little bit more at the start of the year. But Kansas State, Iowa State, Texas Tech, the 3 other Big 12 teams getting some respect here. But that's it. They're not cramming in a Utah. They're not putting in a BYU or something like that. I believe the coaches poll had BYU ranked. And then, of course, we have the token group of 5 squad. Boise State getting the spot at number 25. The voters, of course, recognizing that run they had at the end of last year. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Indiana at 20. I think that's a fair ranking. I think that's a solid ranking for Indiana. People are going to be very quick to forget about that team, and some people are saying they don't deserve to be ranked. I think that's pretty silly. I think Indiana's going to have a special year. But let me know down in the comments, how do you think the AP poll voters did with the preseason AP Top 25?